either for input or consumption by 50%. He said the government would work with the Ghana Audit Service and Internal Audit Agency to ensure compliance in this regard. Government would also support the aggressive production of strategic substitute, including the list disclosed at the President's last address to the nation. The Finance Minister also pointed out that the government would introduce policies for the protection and incubation of newly formed domestic industries, and this is to allow them make the goods produced here competitive with imported goods. A survey conducted by the International Trade Center and the Secretariat of the African Continental Free Trade Area has revealed that over 75 businesses in African Francophone countries do not know about the continent-wide trade agreement. The revelation from the survey is shocking, given the fact that official trading under the AfTA began almost 2 years ago. On January 1st, 2021, the survey further reveals that 42% and 34% of micro-sized and small-sized firms on the continent struggle delivering product and services on time, compared to the 18% of large firms that are able to do so. Furthermore, only 28% and 37% of micro-sized and small-sized firms report high availability of information on standards and certificate, with this information being less available to exporting firms within Africa. The survey conducted by the ITC and AfTA Secretariat is a preliminary report mapping the initial steps towards the full assessment of Africa's private sector. If you just join us, you're listening to Maritime and Port News. The latest DHL ocean freight market update noted a muted peak season with a downward shift in freight rate levels, and demand in key import destinations was starting to slow. DHL noted an easing of port congestion on the U.S. West Coast and in Asia, although congestion was rising in other areas. Looking at specific trade lanes for October, DHL said that the general outlook remained due to China's Golden Week holiday and the weak demand in. Typhoons were expected to impact schedule reliability, and more blank sailing and port omissions were also expected. The bellwether Shanghai Containerized Freight Index, SCFI, has lost another 10.4% over the last week to be recorded at 272.04, some 240.61 points lower than week earlier. The SCFI is now 59% lower than it was in January this year, when it stood at all-time high of 5,051 points. Meanwhile, similar picture for the Drewry World Container Index reported a 10% week-on-week fall on Thursday to 4,471.99 per FEU. It is 30th week in a row that the WCI has fallen, and the index is now 57% lower than the same period last year. According to Drewry Spot Rate on Shanghai, Los Angeles fell 11% or $473 to $3,779 per FEU last week, while rate on Shanghai and Rotterdam dropped by 10% to $6,027 per FEU. Rotterdam World Gateway, the Delta Terminal, Hudson Port, ECT Rotterdam, and Kramer Group will be the first market parties to be connected to the Container Exchange Route, CER. CER is a closed track that aims for faster, more efficient and integrated transport of containers between locations on the Maasvlakte in Rotterdam. This network is about 17 kilometers long and is going to connect a large part of terminals, depots, distribution centers, and the state inspection terminal on Maasvlakte. Carriers have the option of using the track for manned transport, according to the statement. Alad Kalestelin, CEO of Port of Rotterdam Authority, said the authority is delighted that RWGECT, the Dutch Customs and Kramer Group, will be the first parties to be connected to the container exchange route. This commitment underlines the important role of the CER in future proving the container cluster of the Port of Rotterdam. On this note, to wrap up this morning's edition of Maritime and Port News, proudly sponsored by the Ghana Shippers Authority, they provide you with the best in all your shipping solutions. Contact them at the Shippers House in Accra. My name is Nanesi Boateng, my producer, Kwekwa Boji. Have a great Maritime and Port Day.
Akuya na ase what is saying
mama o ti apon kakra na moment me say duane
enti na me de front active and chance ni pepe mu nware pepe bia wo di a wo mra ho aba no wo ye front active cereals are rich in vitamins, proteins and minerals, fiber and omega 3 so wom
Yensu akwan suju medie hia mo man bia ankanko Ghana eku wiase na di wiase so ba Ghana Shippers Authority ani so ade hunu ne se ye bebuo nsu so adwadifo wo haw bia wonam mu efiri no ma ayra di aseye sika yaje wa emfa kwan so eni haw ahodo pi ye nya adaje kire nsu so adwadifo eno ma eko se de be ya wo beti ase ye ni so ade hunu ne se ye besom ni asom sompa Ghana Shippers Authority Ghana Shippers House Ridge Accra Gapuha Towers Tema NCA Building 12 Gardens Echupe Kumasi Takrade Shippers Center Takrade Yamusa Building Sansuna Gumbiyini Tamale Yawo Complaints Unit Elibu Paga Aflau Boda Sansuna Kutuka Wimshejina Bia Ena Takutel Takrade Fred 0302 666915 and I toll free number 0800-300-55.
Ghana Shippers Authority, providing shipping solutions.
Do you know that 90% of the goods we consume are manufactured elsewhere and brought to us by ship? The cargo shipping industry is a key player in the world's economy. And as the world is changing, so is the shipping industry. Join me, Nanesi Boateng, from Monday to Friday at 9:30 a.m. on Omanfm as we bring to you updates on top issues in the maritime industry. The port congestion, the transit trade, the paperless port, revenue collection, awaiting times, and changing trends in global supply chain. Maritime and Port News is not just an award-winning news, it's an insightful and result-driven news. On Maritime and Port News, the importers, exporters, clearing agents, shipping line agencies, and consumers have a strong take. It's brief, precise, and a platform for all. My name is Nanesi Boateng. Join me on Maritime and Port News. Maritime and Port News, sponsored by the Ghana Shippers Authority.